We ready now? Okay, now we're ready. That's great. All I had to do was restart my computer 10 times. Hello, everybody. Welcome to day 826. And before any of you begin typing away and saying, well, technically, you lied to us, I never said consecutive. I've said this many times. And to explain when someone pops in fact, I'll wait to explain, but there's been some medical mishaps as per usual. It's like an annual tradition on this channel. It happens like about once every 25 to 50 days. I have some medical emergency. We don't know what causes it. And naturally, paranoia, of course, not on my part, on the overpaid doctor's part, leads for them to suspect this series as the core cause. But as has happened about 3 to 4 times in a row at this point, the paper has had nothing to do with it. And I just resumed the series as it was. Also, I got a haircut. And also because this is out of frustration, out of the complete flop and failure of my 2 newest main channel videos, which, of course, I should embrace and I should have seen coming because every single success that I've experienced on the internet has been a fluke up to this point. I have no consistent formula for what really works and what doesn't on YouTube. So it's all just kind of throwing a bunch of shit at the wall. And, of course, a couple are going to splatter onto the proverbial bullseye. Hey, McBurgerness. Okay, now that one person's here, to explain, I've gotten exactly one comment because so many people care, asking me, did you die? Which, of course, if you're on any of my other accounts, you'd see that I'm not. Or, maybe they're old uploads. But no, none of that's true. I'm not dead. I got a haircut, by the way. But there was a whole situation involving my asthma, which, of course, now that I'm living a healthier lifestyle, as you can see, I am drinking Dr. Pepper strawberries and cream. Strawberries have, like, fiber in them or something. I think I am now on the high horse to explain what's been going on. So there are 2 inhalers that I got when I got my asthma diagnosis. One was a red one and one was a blue one. You see, it's divided like America. But the doctor told me, this one you must do only in emergencies, okay? Don't just randomly gung-ho squirt a bunch of shit into your mouth like that from this inhaler, all right? This is emergencies only. There can be significant side effects. And I'm like, okay, this one, that's fine. Just use it once or twice a day. So about a year and a half passed and I was using them. And yes, as you can see, because I'm narrating this in an extreme expert fashion, yeah, I found out by complete accident, not even from a conversation with my doctor, but from a conversation with my nurse who happened to be my coworker at my second job. And so we just so happened to be cordial. And I was just randomly ranting about my inhaler routine. And she went, wait a minute, the blue one is supposed to be used in emergencies only. So you, for the last year and a half, have been using the inhaler that has significant side effects on your heart rate and your blood pressure, which increases my heart rate and my anxiety. And because the asthma is somewhat psychosomatic, the breathing issues get worse, which causes for me to use the inhaler more. You see where this is going. And so this caused so much trouble. And also, ever since my sickness, which was another reason I actually stopped doing the paper streams. If you look at my last video, my voice was very deep and badass, but that's because there was so much mucus caked in my throat that I couldn't even talk normal. So everything kind of combined together in this unfortunate chain of events. And my nausea was triggered by my breathing issues because it would cause for me to heave giant amounts of air into my gut. My gut would heave. It would mess with the stomach acids, which were already somewhat chemically unstable. So, I would have trouble breathing. I'd use the faulty inhaler, which would increase my heart rate, make my asthma worse. Then I would start like that. It'd be like hyperventilating into a brown bag, except, the brown bag is my entire world and nothing seems to be giving me the oxygen I need. And I ended up kind of suffering for a little bit. And we thought it was because of some like intestinal cloggage, which was making my nausea worse. We had no idea how that connected to the asthma, but we assumed it was some sort of paper-related microplastic bleach overhaul in my system. None of that was true. There was no correlation to the paper eating. None at all. We took multiple x-rays. No extra pieces of papyrus debris was found. So I'm happy to report that I have every medical reason, or I guess every lack of a medical reason, to stop the series and to just keep going. So I hope you feel better. Oh, no, I feel better. You see, I even cut my hair as kind of a symbolic gesture of being born anew. Paper is the real medicine. Yeah, honestly. Another thing that happened that's kind of challenging me is I'm realizing, especially on the main channel, which if you haven't subscribed, I do urge for you to do that because I do think the quality I post on there, or the content I post on there is a little higher quality. For the two of you McBurgerners, and of course my favorite person, Monkey Type Shit, the two of you, if you haven't seen my two more, don't watch the Canada one. That one's just kind of a throwaway video. But I actually thought the new YouTube versus my condom review video, that's a pretty great standalone video. It works quite well. I just did a god-awful job at titling it and marketing it with the thumbnail, and it kind of flopped hard. Severely underperforming. Like, at the worst, a lot of my videos would get 200 to 300 views, which again, that's not international fame levels of big numbers when it comes to viewers, but I mean, it's quite serviceable. You like the Canadian one? Well, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I personally like the condom one more. It's more informative or whatever, but funny. I'm going to pin that actually, matter of fact. See, this is why I start the series back up, so I can actually get true unbiased feedback on my videos. Yeah, they have like 40 views, which, for a person who's been doing YouTube this long, it is shameful, actually embarrassing. I partially make YouTube videos for my own self-satisfaction, but I also have to acknowledge that a good half of it is knowing that I'm, giving some sort of content to some group of people, some undisclosed number of anonymous people watching it on the internet, giving me feedback. And when that just doesn't happen and like 2 people watch it, it kills me. It actually kills me, especially when it's not just some random paper stream that I recorded in 6 minutes and it's actually something that I worked for like a month on. Because I gave up after filming the first part and I waited like a year, which is that reverse haircut you see in the condom video, which I highly advise for people to watch. It's super duper informative. I mean, I technically spent a year on it. Most of that year was spent not working on it, but I technically spent the span of a year working on that thing. But yeah, I also think the algorithm just really did not snag onto that new video, which I don't know why. If I put the word condom in a video, it normally gets views, but it also takes a long time. The condom videos are slow burns. The Jazzlecat 520, which is very interesting. Perhaps this is unrelated and this is just a furry thing. In fact, I think I remember you from a couple streams ago. And by a couple streams ago, I mean from like 2 months ago, because I haven't done a stream in a little bit. Anyways, I think that it's interesting how I'm seeing a couple of accounts with the word jazz or even sax or trumpet, and I don't post any of my jazz-related stuff here, but if you go to my Instagram, which I actually updated the bio of this channel to display the proper Instagram rather than my old username, which is now connected to some random anonymous person who'd been stalking my main account on Instagram and made this imposter placeholder account with a psychotic default profile picture. And I guarantee you, because I kept it in my YouTube thing for so long, people think that's actually me. That's not me. So now the Instagram, for the very first time ever that you're seeing in my channel here, that's linked in this channel specifically, that's my actual Instagram. So there you go. Don't get me wrong, but your thumbnails look like they were made in 2011. No, yeah. Also, especially this latest kind of batch of videos made me kind of acknowledge the fact that I'm not exactly a natural when it comes to graphic design. I love graphic design and it's great, but some of my best performing videos were completely accidental. Like, actually, I think my thumbnail for the blackface school speech, that was pretty good because I actually really wanted, I had spent so long making it, I actually put the extra effort in, But the condom review is how I find it. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I think, yeah, because that thumbnail where I'm holding it up and it's the perfect angle, my eye line is like at the tip of the condom, like everything about that thumbnail, it's simplistic, it's classic, grabs people's attention. And the reason that thumbnail worked, it was because I didn't make it. Seems like I'm just bad at making thumbnails. Because, right, the default frames that YouTube picks, where it's just, yeah, it just picks 3 random frames to use. That was just one of them. And so I didn't care about that video when I made it. So I just selected that frame, and that's how it went. That's how it happened. So, okay, I actually have to swallow my first piece of paper. Give me a second. This is a big one. See, I'm just a little rough coming back into the fold here. The fold. Got it? I got to go with smaller pieces, honestly. I was just boasting about how healthy I feel. Let's not make myself look silly. Ugh. I got to get in shape. Yeah, when it comes to my thumbnail finesse and also when it comes to my finesse in general. Don't worry. I walk around the block for 2 minutes every morning, so I'm jacked. What can I say? Ugh. But yeah, I think if I just make this a routine and I just don't think about it too much and I just make this as elementary to my routine as, say, eating my morning sausage alongside my orange juice. Like this is as essential and rudimentary to my life as, say, eating breakfast. or I don't know, putting conditioner in my hair, right? Which of course I do, as you can see by how epic my hair looks right now. Also, shout out to Nancy, my hairdresser. She overcharged us, but it's okay. Well, how are you guys doing? Here, put your scores for the day. If you're new here, how we do this is I give my score. If I were to rate my day so far, or if you want to, if your day just started, right? If you're kind of a late sleeper, rate how good your day or your last 24 hours have been on a scale from 1 to 10. 5 is the average day, 10 is the best day ever. 0, you got cancer and lost $2,000 in stock investing, right? That's the scale. And put your score down. And I'm going to put mine down right now. Just a smidgen above average. So, and remember, we're rounding up or down to the nearest tenths place. So mine is a slightly above average day, and it's only above a 3 right now because I'm doing this stream and I'm just kind of recalibrating my brain and getting back into the routine because my schedule's a lot more open than it was. Instead of having 5 classes, I have, guess this, 2 classes. So every single afternoon is open. Now, on Fridays and Saturdays, I might do pre-recordeds. Those are going to be my 2 pre-recorded days. And then all other 5 days of the week are going to be actual streams. So that's my plan. How many years has this been going on? Yeah, don't take the number in the title of this video literally. I've been doing this for about 5 years. Actually, going on 6 years in about 4 months. If I stayed consistent, we'd be in the 2,000 to 3,000s right now. Don't worry, I'll make it up. We'll catch up when I'm in my 50s. We'll finally get to 1,000. A 2 out of 10. Rugveed Chakor. When everybody has a bad day and nothing else works, you take your antidepressants, doesn't work, try to sleep in, but you can't sleep. The only thing left to do is to watch a paper stream. That's why everybody having their shittiest day of the week ends up right here. Nice to see you. All the best. Well, I should be saying that to you. All the best to you too. Well, don't expect much from each stream. Sometimes I'm going to be in a different mode. Sometimes each day I wake up in a headspace, and that headspace is permanent for the rest of the day. So if I'm in a crap mode, I'm just going to eat the paper and get it done with. This is like a nighttime work shift. But feel free to ask questions or initiate. But if there's nothing else to be done, I'll just, whatever happens, happens. I make the mistake, and this is me being extremely earnest and frank with all of you. I make the mistake of kind of trying to have a word or a sentence quota for each day. And it's like, I just want to force out words and just talk just to fill space. But I need to be comfortable with dead space because that's okay. Sometimes if my brain is just not working and the gears aren't turning and I can't think of a thing to say, there's no shame in that. And plus, all the people who were treating me like a lol cow, bro, say something funny. I bet he won't say something funny. They're gone. All right. They've grown up. And by consequence, I have grown up too. So I got to get back to work money. My favorite thing to do, work money. Stay golden. I'll try. I've gotten a little rusty. The metal has gathered some unnecessary chemicals on top of it, but don't worry, the rust shall be shaken off. That's what I'm trying to do right now. Say something funny. Jimmy Carter is stupid. There you go. Give me an applause emoji right there. Thank you. I never ask for emojis, but that's it. But yeah, I think it's times like this where it's just like, if the paper stream is increasing my mood rather than decreasing it, that's what I'm talking about. Then it's no longer a chore to me, right? There is always the danger of this feeling like a chore again, but we're going to try to avoid that. I'm getting older, hopefully wiser. Some people, when they get older, they get stupider, like my grandpa. So, hey, there we go. Thanks, man. You have an Android phone? Very interesting. I've never seen that emoji before. I assume that's from Android or like Motorola. Oh my God. Very impressive. All right, let's recover from that. Take a moment of silence for the air that just expelled. How old am I? Oh, no, it's from YouTube emojis. Oh, yeah, you're right. It kind of does look like crappy vector art, right? If you see those YouTube logos or those YouTube promo advertisement billboard looking things, I don't know how to say it, but they have that vector art with like the disproportionate bodies of the people. And it looks, you just look up vector art. It looks like shit, bad. They got to get past that. They got to find some more artistically interesting looking thing to make everything. but I'm 22 years old. I'm very old. If I'm talking about getting older and wiser, my brain will finish developing at age 25. So hopefully, the little bit of the little empty space in my head where the synapses that'll control, say, judgment, self-esteem based off sentence count or YouTube views, all that petty, stupid shit that my conscious brain acknowledges is completely surface level, but my subconscious brain's still kind of stuck in high school. I'm hoping to kind of grow those synapses in the empty space in my brain. So hey, let's cheers to reaching the age of 25 so that we can actually get to the point. Mm. Wait, hold on. Okay, now we're ready. Delicious. Tastes a little bit like strawberries and cream. But how are you doing, matey? Have not seen you in like what now? 3 years? I remember when you did those random live streams of you in school folding little pieces of paper up in arts and crafts and projects. You see, I'm kind of mirroring your YouTube journey, unless it's just someone with the same name. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, okay, so good. We do remember each other. And then, if I remember correctly, you just did compilations of other, I forgot, it was like some other group of famous YouTubers, but your editing was quite good. So you got a good sense for editing. You see, now that's an example where when it comes to YouTube marketing, that's someone with an intuitive sense. When it comes to me, I was just talking at the beginning of this stream, and I was talking very honestly and earnestly about how I've been fucking up recently. I would spend a month in total working on a new good content video for the main channel, and I wouldn't make a very good thumbnail for it, and I would freak out, and I'd make a better thumbnail, but too little too late. The essential period of time had already passed, and a channel that would normally garner 200 to 300 views, which is not that insane, but it's still somewhat, impressive, I guess. But then the last video I made got 1,500. All that in mind, those big numbers looming and casting a shadow, I upload a new video and it gets 40 views, and that number ain't going up. So it's moments like that that really make me realize how for granted I took the views that I got. I call them fluke views because I think that I got them by accident. I don't have a formula for making content that has a algorithmic catch or a hook to it. You see, for example, this series, it's completely anti-viral. It's anti-intuitive to grabbing views. It has a novelty to it, but it's not a Mr. Beast type thing. You're not going to get insurmountable amounts of views from this. My editing's not bad. Yeah, I think that I have a good sense for editing, just not thumbnails. The thumbnails they're so bad. I'm gonna have to rewatch that Emplemon YouTube thumbnail metagame, and I appreciate your honesty, by the way. I'm glad people aren't just going on here and lying to me. No, your videos are fire. You're underrated. Like I can't hear that again. I gotta actually make some mental notes on how to make good thumbnails. Perhaps I should take a graphic design class in college. They probably have those at community college. I know that the biggest washed up losers in campus are going to be there, but I mean, that's okay. I'm willing to tolerate them in order to learn how to make a proper thumbnail on YouTube. Emo Kid. Wow, that's way far back. That's like 4 years ago. Oh my God. Matey, that reminds me that, okay, so that shows that we've known each other on the internet for what, like 4 or 5 years? Oh my God. Yeah, one of the funniest things. Yeah, I mean, I hope to channel that again, but my rap career is currently in semi-retirement. But don't worry, I've been writing some bars in my closet, and I'll unveil them soon. And my mom's trying to encourage my rap career as well. She's trying to get me to learn foreign languages so I can rap in every language, so I could kind of like rap battle myself. Russian Brian versus Malaysian Brian. Who wins? I'm betting $5 on Malaysian Brian. Drop the album. Oh yeah, I've also dropped multiple albums. I have my free jazz album, Retrospective Introspective, which sounds so awesome. You could really bob your head to like the Almighty Dollar. Actually, that's one of the better songs. I was supposed to be sarcastic. Yeah, Kitchen Sounds. Try and bob your head to that. It's impossible. I knew you when I was in middle school, and now I'm graduating this year. Graduating high school or college? Wait, no, I'm bad at math. That means, yeah, middle school 5 years before high school graduation. Goodness me. Yeah, I remember that because I remember I would randomly comment on your live streams because I was just so bored. I would just pop on random people's live streams, and the live streams that I wouldn't get blocked from because I would comment stupid shit, which was maybe like 5% of the live streams, I would actually get initiations from, and people would go, oh, you exist, and then I would end up kind of making casual acquaintances on the internet with them, which on the internet, being a casual acquaintance is the farthest you can go because it's the internet. But yeah, that's really interesting because I remember this would happen like 2 or 3 years ago. There'd be people who had been watching my content since 2018, 2019, and they were in their final year of high school as well. So it was kind of fucked up that their entire puberty was spent watching me do bullshit on the internet. Like, there were people who were 12 when they started watching me, and now they're 17, 18. That's insane. That is actually insane. Their, colloquially named awkward years are marked by watching my videos. I'm honored. I'm honored to be kind of watermarking the awkward years. We're both, yes, we are. We are. I mean, we probably live like 2.5 miles from each other, and we don't even know it. Which, like, what are the odds of that? Another example is Char B Plus, the guy who made his content meter maid expose slander video on me. And also my mom. My mom lives pretty close to me. In fact, like 2 bedrooms away. But yeah, on the internet, Char Plus lived in like Indianapolis or something like that. He lived in the other side of the continent, which it's really fascinating to me that exists, because then he ended up kind of moving over to a university that's quite close to here. So it is a small world, They make a big deal out of how big the globe is, but no, it really isn't. And the internet really kind of makes you zoom out and realize that we are on a tiny speck. When's the meetup? We'll figure it out. When I turn 25 and my brain's fully developed and I kind of figure out how to make good thumbnails, then I'll have the pride. But if you go to Pizza Port Solana Beach location, it's going to be Friday nights and Saturday nights. If you're ever in Solana Beach, and for some fucked up reason, there are a lot of people who decide to go to Solana Beach, a lot of tourists. You could go to anywhere. You could go to Paris, but instead you go to Solana Beach. And a lot of it's because supposedly the place where I've been working at for 4 years now, Pizza Port has the best beer, but also they have pizza. So if you're a child and you're graduating high school, you could just buy like a pepperoni pizza. I work there. And I'm honored to meet up with people there. Also, I do gigs occasionally at Jazzy Wishbone, which is in Hell, Oceanside. I don't encourage meetups there because in order to get there, you have to go into Oceanside, which is Hell. So, Yeah, Solana Beach, Oceanside. I live in, excuse me. I live in Carmel Valley. Sorry. Matey is a lady, so we have a lady here, so I should have manners. Excuse me. But yeah, that's where I live, Carmel Valley. I would be more specific, but my parents would get angry. I don't want to accidentally dox my parents. I'll dox my own house when I live by myself. You got 1 piece left, but yeah, you've always been pretty chill. And I don't use that word lightly. You are very chill. You're a very chill person, and I'm honored to coexist on the internet with you. Wait. Also, as a birthday gift, I received Logic Pro, and it's not a subscription-based service, so that never goes away. That'll always be on my computer. So, I mean, I'm not doing anything with it right now, and every single time my phone gets near my computer, because they're linked because they're both Apple products, my mic connects to my phone, or I guess Logic Pro tries to make my phone my microphone, my mobile phone, this one. And so it completely, look, this shit, you see, and I have to press the disconnect button. I have to actively tap twice in order to get rid of it. And every single time I walk away and come back over, it's like I have to turn Bluetooth off. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'll get the hang of that. And once I do, I'll make more rap videos and rap music. Nice wallpaper. Oh yeah, thanks. I did some Google searching. I've been trying to find some aesthetically pleasing wallpaper. Kind of ASMR type stuff, but instead of auditory, it's visual. Stuff that when you look at it, it just puts you in a calm, meditative Zen state. Yes. Okay, this is the second to last piece. Cheers. Feel free to drink water while eating edible objects like saltine crackers at home. We here at Your Mom do not encourage the consumption of paper unless you are a contracted professional. That's me. I signed a piece of paper in order to eat paper, and then, of course, I ate all the pieces of paper prior mentioned. Cheers. Hold on, I wasn't ready. There we go. And this is the last piece. I lied. Last pieces. I'm trying not to go too big. If I shoot for the stars too quickly, I might fall down and hurt myself. But yeah, I think I feel like if I put a little more effort into kind of envisioning the thumbnail before I make it, right? Because as M. Lemon said, who is my current favorite YouTuber right now, you're trying to attract someone's attention with a small, teeny tiny grouping of pixels, no bigger than 1/4 of a business card, especially if you're on someone's phone. But even if you're on a big PC, it's still a really small space. You can't really pack details in there. You can't make it like a Where's Waldo book. You got to make it simple. You got to have a very clear focus and a title within 2 to 3 words that gets their attention. And that's admittedly hard to do. I mean, in a way, budgeting wise, say, consistency wise, when it comes to the ease of producing a video, yeah, YouTube is the easiest. But when it comes to the guarantee of attention and marketing, YouTube's actually the hardest. It's hard to really get people's attention, and nothing on the internet's promised. So there's a lot less brand recognition because so many YouTube channels and so many Instagram accounts are so similar to one another, they're interchangeable. So I mean, that's my experience. I watch something and I'm like, okay, that's cool content. There's text flashing up on screen talking about, top 10 diarrheas that were taken last year. And it's like, it's interesting, grabs your attention, but it's just your eyes glaze over. And there's so much less attention being put into the actual content creator. That's what I'm noticing, which is kind of scary. So just because you get a video that has high counts of views, even like video essayists, there's a formula to it now. And it's kind of confined by topic. Like if you watch, say, a video essay on Martin Scorsese, you'll have 18 random nondescript video essayists that on the surface appear identical to one another making it. So a lot of people browse even YouTube, which is supposed to be the brand recognition internet content creator landscape. But you have people that are just there for a specific niche type of content. And you realize that you make yourself interchangeable with other content creators. The way the algorithm's built, it saps content creators of their individuality and their uniqueness. You are more than just a producer of a certain type of compilation or video essay, which is why I try to make every single video on the main channel different. With this, a little different, but I would like to think that when it comes to eating a sheet of paper a day, I am the top dog, and no one has done it as consistently and at such a high volume that I have over the years. Even though I have abandoned this series, I have never fully abandoned it. I always pick up where I left off and I never start anew. Cannot listen at lunch with my girlfriend. Hey, congrats, by the way. Link up with her, all right? And not to, talk about charisma, but use charisma to rope her in, including showing her videos like these. That'll help her. Everybody knows that anybody who watches these streams will snag a girlfriend within 2 weeks. My thumbnails have too much going on. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of what I was talking about when it comes to simplifying it, refining it down. You should have seen the original thumbnail for my Canadians Are Weird video. It was so bad. It was such a clusterfuck. I think I still have it saved on my computer. When I use OBS, I'll see if I can pop it up and show you. You also have to get lucky with the algorithm as well. Yeah, and the lucky part is meaningless if the thumbnails are like antiviral. That's a new phrase I've seen recently on Instagram. Also, on every single community post made by the official YouTube channel, like YouTube channel, right? The YouTube company channel, I'm seeing everybody commenting just 2 words, antiviral, and that's enough to just completely flame and diss that community post out of existence, because what it is it's pointing out, dude, this is so shit. You don't understand how the algorithm works. You got to have racial slurs and video of black guy taking a shit, and that's how you get views. None of this random vector art bullshit. Because, I mean, if you look at YouTube, that's what they're posting now. And it's like, it's so funny that the worst type of content that the algorithm does not favor is being posted by the official company account. So, YouTube doesn't even understand itself anymore. So maybe with YouTube being such a burnt hellscape, I shouldn't feel too bad about not, being as successful right now as I was. But as I've said before, I think 50% of the satisfaction I get from making videos, it's because I like just archiving my progress and doing stuff. If I sit around gathering dust in my couch and I'm not making anything, I don't know, it's unsatisfactory. Okay, last piece. And one more. You guys ready? Make sure to eat an edible, non-paper object so I don't get sued for $5,000. Do it along with me in sync. 3, 2, One. Okay. Okay. No, don't eat paper. When you die and you choke, your mom will discover my video on your YouTube search history, and I'm gonna get fucking sued. Well, that's it. My career's over. We best enjoy every single paper stream I do from this point forth until it gets taken down by the feds. Well, thank you very much for watching. I will see you tomorrow unless I get arrested. Thank you, Monkey Type Shit, for setting that one up for me. Me too. God damn it. Well, I'm definitely done. I think with multiple parents suing me, I don't have enough money for lawyers. I have enough money to get another 6-pack of strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper. That's about it, though. I'm saving up for a Michelin star meal. And I think if I get put on probation, my probation officer will let me go to the Michelin star place. So I think I'm going to keep that money saved up because being able to eat at the Addison is my #1 priority right now. Lawsuit or no lawsuit. So it's okay. Your parents, I just want to say this to Matey and Monkey Type Shit's parents. Go ham. I will get that Michelin star meal no matter what. Eating paper right now. All right, guys, try your best not to choke because I do care about your well-being. But if the worst happens, I accept my fate. I'll jump down the pit. I'll see you tomorrow. That'll be day 827. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. 3, 2, 1.